Hello, how you guys doing this fine evening? Shit. Um, in October, it would mark 5 years of the Las Vegas chaos, and it happened. And there's a channel that did a 5-part miniseries. It's just a short, brief on the happenings in Vegas. And so, even 4.5 years later, even 4.5 years later, there are still questions. And one of the questions I have, I have at least a few, but this one really bugs me. The media, after about 24 hours after the event in Vegas in 2017, um, his the shooter's the guy's brother just talked to the media, and the way he acted, like he was still did not really understand like what just happened here. Like just did not know what really happened. Like just did not know. I mean, even though even though he knew what happened, but it kind of shocked him because of what expired 24 hours prior. But he talked to the media in front of his house at least 2 or 3 times. Um, then after he talked to him last, all of a sudden he ended up getting arrested. Like, wait a minute. This guy, all of a sudden, all of a sudden, gets arrested for child pornography. After he talked to the media, he didn't know anything. No, he didn't know anything. But yet, he talked to the media on his driveway 2 or 3 times, 2 or 3 times. Then, after the second or third time he talked to the media, the reporters, boom, brother of shooter, Las Vegas shooter, arrested for child pornography. And and all of a sudden and then all of a sudden you don't hear about him anymore. It's like to them, it's like case closed, case closed. Um, I mean, like, dude, man, it's really um does not it does not answer the question. You know, like why all of a sudden the brother, you know, was it because he talked, or were they afraid that he might have some information that he allegedly probably knew or no or not? Because he but then all of a sudden he had 8 witnesses who were at the event. It was a Jason Aldean concert in Vegas, and and I mean, like, dude, 59 dead, over 100 injured, and 8 witnesses that did survive all of a sudden ended up dead. One was a married couple that died in a one-car accident. And then 2 women that wanted to start a support group for the survivors, and wanted a investigation on this, because just like what happened in 9/11, you know, they wanted a investigation. They want to know what caused this guy to all of a sudden malfunction. Why did he bring all those guns up there? And I mean, and then out of nowhere on Strangeland.com, Strangeland.com, they had the guy dead, eyes, mouth opened, just laying there on the ground, dead. And then, like, dude, man, like, holy shit. Holy fucking shit. And then you realize Las Vegas Metropolis PD is just as crooked as LAPD, LASD, Chicago PD, NYPD, Baltimore PD. I mean, there's a list that goes on and on and on of the most corrupted departments. Tacoma's one of them. So is San Antonio, Minneapolis, you know, Grand Rapids, you know, those idiots there and shit. And then here in Fresno PD is just as worse too. But you know, I mean, even though it'll mark 5 years in October, there's a guy named Ramsey. He did a 5-part short film miniseries. It's a 5-part, 5 or 8. No, it's I think it's an 8 or 10-part miniseries. And Laura Loomer, she's a journalist who is running for Congress, or the Congress or the Senate in her district. And she was banned on Twitter and Facebook and YouTube and shit like that, and Instagram. I like her. I posted something funny. I posted something funny on her fan page that I wish I was Laura Loomer's baby daddy as a joke, just to be funny, you know. Because I do like her. She's, I mean, very ballsy for a chick, you know. Um, she really got under the police chief's skin. Like she really, like, she started to talk to people, and people were open up big time. Like, holy shit, dude! Like, people were actually fucking talking, man. Like, dude, man. And she got information that really caught the sheriff, the chief off guard. Like, he went to respond. All of a sudden, like, motherfucker got caught off guard. Oh yeah, dude got caught off guard. And even though it's 4.5 years later, there's still questions being asked, like, why this bullshit? You know, I mean, you don't hear about the brother anymore. He's either disappeared or was suicided or whatnot. Because I mean, this guy was still trying to wrap his mind around what happened to his brother, and wondering why he did it, or if he did it or not. Because, like, it's still in people's minds, man. Because I'm at home, and all of a sudden, breaking news: 59 dead, 100 injured at a Jason Aldean concert near a Monterey Bay hotel. Like, I'm sitting here in my chair, still trying to wrap my head around, still trying to process the breaking news here, man. I mean, it's like, it's different from when I responded to what happened on 9/11, because even I'm still blown away, even 20 years later. I mean, this will be 21 years later. Next month it'll be 21 years. Um, it still boggles the mind on issues like 9/11, the Las Vegas massacre during a Jason Aldean concert, the shooting in Parkland Heights, Parkland, Florida, at the Stoneman Douglas High School. I mean, it still boggles the mind of people that are like, what went wrong? Where did it all start? Where did it all start here? You know, and then all of a sudden you hear about witnesses of the shooting that's right near the Jason Aldean concert, where people were having a good time. They were singing, they were dancing, just really having a good time. Jason Aldean playing his tunes to the fans, just having a good time. Then all of a sudden here, I mean, just this, the pop, 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 pop. Then all of a sudden it's like people are starting to run for their lives, run to hide behind something, but people were getting hit. People were running through alleys, the hotel lobby, and whatnot. And there's a footage where Jason Aldean was playing his tunes, and all of a sudden, he didn't run until about 5 minutes after the shooting started. The shooting. I thought he stopped and ran, leaving his band behind on stage, which is like really fucked up, you know. And people call him out on it, like, your ass left, but left your bandmates on stage that could got hit, you motherfucker, you know. But yet there was a few people that did survive that said that there was shooting spots from different areas, one at top, one on the bottom. But they kept saying it was the fifth or sixth floor. But I don't know about that one. At the top, I could probably believe, because I mean, dude, you have a high the high ground, and you have better shots pointing down. Well, there's a bunch of people who's running for their lives, trying to hopefully not get hit, but some do get hit. Where it leaves 59 dead and over 100 injured, and the media, including The View, are like really going after the president because he didn't say anything, or he could have said something. No, like they wanted to do it right then and there. It didn't matter what he did or said. The media went after him like fucking buzzers, man. Like a bunch of fucking buzzers, dude, you know. And really, really pissed me off, man. Really pissed me off. Seriously pissed me off. I mean, it literally pissed me off. Because you're supposed to work with the president. He doesn't give a rat's ass if the media hates him or if the Democrats don't like him. The guy doesn't give a fuck of what people think, you know. He doesn't. But just like the hurricane in Houston, Texas, and also Puerto Rico, they're calling him a bad president, all this stuff, and he went to the site of the hurricane. I mean, he went to Houston, Texas. He was there. Him and his wife, his staff, everyone was there. Puerto Rico, and the mayor was 3 people were crooked, and they found trucks of bottled water spoiled, which could have gone to the people of Puerto Rico, you know, and they kept talking bad about the guy, but he's only one president that's doing his fucking job, while Democrats in Congress and the Senate and the media really trying to throw him under the bus while he's trying to do his damn job. If the media and Democrats would shut the fuck up and let things be, you know, shut the fuck up, do your fucking job, and actually do your damn job. But there are things that witnesses have questions, man. They have questions, you know. The documentary is called "What Happened in Vegas." What happened in Vegas? That's the documentary, from part 1 to part 10, episode 10. Very short, you know, very, very, very short and everything else. So, but Laura Loomer got a lot of information that caught the police chief off guard, and really, really made his blood boil, because she was asking questions that were like important questions that the police chief refused to answer. And this is the same police chief who has committed real estate fraud. Okay? He's married. His wife is mother to the son of his business partner. And they're all committing real estate fraud. You know. And the chief was right there. I thought at first he was, kind of a okay guy, but of course on television. But how would you know that the guy was, being legit? What was not? Because the FBI was controlling everything, the whole everything, the press conferences and everything, and there's a lot of questions. LVMPD took everybody's cell phones, wiped them clean, like nothing was ever there. Videos, pictures, and whatnot, completely wiped them, and may even took in some SD cards out of the phones. Because even they might have some information on those too. They always do, and they won't give them back. They won't. But the thing is, even it's been 4.5 years, witnesses that were there still have questions. And the question I have myself, how come we don't hear from the brother? But all of a sudden, breaking news, the brother of the shooter was arrested on child pornography charges. But yet, if he was, how come it's no longer on the... even though they said he was arrested for it, but how come that ain't covered? But I have a feeling that it was said there to shut him up. That's my thing there. My question there. My thinking. That's what I'm thinking. They did it to shut him up. They did it to shut him up because just in case if he allegedly has information that they don't want out there. But it wouldn't matter anyway because the shooter's gone. There's no more investigation. Case closed. All of a sudden, case closed. You have people who were there are like, "Hey, motherfucker, you took our phones." Because you might be afraid of that. We might allegedly have something that what was there a subpoena? Was there a warrant to seize them? No, they took the phone because allegedly they might have some information that they're afraid it might be leaked out online or social media. Again, there's questions with no answers. If those been 4.5 years later, it was 4.5 years ago, and 4.5 years later, there's still questions but no answers. And people are wanting to know what went wrong here. Like, where was the security guard? Why was he in hiding for this damn long, you know? Why was he on Ellen DeGeneres show? You know, why was I mean you didn't see the janitor who helped people at the Twin Towers helping people. He wasn't on Ellen. He wasn't on the fucking news. No, they didn't want to talk to the guy because, you know, and but they talked to the security guard that was there before or after it happened, whatever it is. But all of a sudden he's gone missing. And all of a sudden he's on the Ellen DeGeneres show. That does not make any sense. And it don't. It does not make any sense because all of a sudden the security guard ran away, went to hiding, went into hiding, you know. And I'm just sitting here like, wait a minute. Something is wrong here. Something does not add up. We're asking questions here, but getting no answers. Then all of a sudden, the brother of the shooter is allegedly arrested for child pornography. But after that, case closed. But there's a documentary, a 10-part miniseries on what happened in Vegas. And every time when this documentary filmmaker goes to an award thing and to a theater wanting to show this film, all of a sudden there's like 2-3 LVPD officers there. And it's all because of the police chief does not want this to be seen. And the only way it could be seen if it was seen at the Aspen, Colorado, or somewhere else, because the LVMPD couldn't do anything about it because it ain't being shown in Las Vegas or Nevada. I mean, if they wanted to do it in Lake Tahoe, the police chief would send his officers to Lake Tahoe or across the city, right? Because the police chief does not want this thing to be seen. All right, folks, this is good old Grandmaster Evan here. If you're new to this channel, please see the search video, subscribe, leave a like, comment below, hit the bell for notification. Always live healthy, happy, and wise. I love you guys, and I'll see you all in that video. Peace out. Godspeed.